Okay.
Go ahead.
So I offer, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Vallejo that staff is directed to take the following actions. Number one, upon completion, the written consent of applicant and applicant's appeal concerning the project are hereby stayed and delayed to a date no later than January 16, 2018, at which this council will once again consider this appeal and further consider any documents and work product prepared by staff in connection with the following items. Number two, staff is directed to work with the applicant to describe and analyze alternatives or revisions to the revised project alternative as described in the draft final environmental impact report, and to prepare a final and stable project description for purposes of complying with the California Environmental Quality Act. And once that is achieved, number three, staff is directed to prepare and process the necessary documents for presentation to the Planning Commission and this council, including finalizing the FEIR, preparing CEQA findings, MMRP, statement of overriding considerations, and conditions of approval, and presenting them to this council for consideration and possible certification and approval. Be it further resolved that should a final project description constituting a final and stable project description not be achieved, or should the appellant's consent to stay this appeal not be obtained by July 15, 2017, staff is directed to come back to this council for further action on the appeal.
Vice Mayor.
Yes, I believe that's the main resolution because none other has been pro-offered yet. There's merely a recommendation in the staff report as to. There's merely a recommendation. I guess we need a new microphone here. This one's not working real good. There's merely a recommendation as to what we should be doing. So, Councilmember Verda-Oliga, this is the principal resolution. It's the main resolution, and I would ask that you consider some changes here. With respect to your be it resolved, you have 3 paragraphs. The third one is that staff is directed to prepare and process the necessary documents for presentation to the Planning Commission and this council, including finalizing the FEIR, preparing CEQA findings and MMRP, statement of operating conditions and conditions of approval, and then add or denial, so that's not one-sided, and presenting them to this council for further considerations and possible certification or a decision not to certify the environmental impact report, because I think law permits that. So I would ask that you consider those changes to paragraph 3, and then further, on your further resolutions, I would add, be it further resolved that the staff and the applicant will address the issues raised by council members in their discussion of June 1st, 2017. And then finally, on your printed, be it further resolved paragraph, that should a project description constituting a final, and I'm not sure why you have single quotes around that, final and stable project description not be achieved, or should the appellant consent to stay this appeal not be obtained by July 15, 2017, strike the words, staff is directed to come back to the council for further action on the appeal, and substitute the words, the appeal of the Planning Commission shall be upheld in its entirety.
Councilmember Verda-Oliga.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm sorry I cannot accept your modifications. I want it as is and as written by the city attorney.
Okay. Audience, please.
Then I will offer that. Then I will offer that as an alternative resolution, which should be voted upon first.
Okay. Councilmember Vice Mayor's resolution will be voted on first. Would you vote, please? You're not on. You're not on, Don. Please, we understand, please.
Motion fails with Councilmember Sunga, Melgapo, Ducosta, and Verda-Oliga opposed.
Okay. Okay, and now we will go with the original resolution as presented. Would you vote, please?
Motion carries with Mayor Sampayan, Vice Mayor McConnell, and
This special meeting is adjourned. We're adjourned.